What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Team Fish Knuckles YouTube channel. This is Pokemon World Championship 2016, and this time around we have a very exciting game. If you notice, there was a deck that we just saw that nobody expected, and that was Mega Audino EX. It was a rogue deck that came out of nowhere that Shintaro played with Magical Symphony. It does 110. If you play this sport card from your hand during this turn, this deck does 50 damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon, which is very... I guess it's very powerful, right? I mean, this is the only game I think I've seen with Mega Audino, so I haven't really watched too much outside of this deck, but we're going to watch this match. It includes Shaman EX, which just won the 2014 World Championship last year, so Shaman EX isn't back-to-back World Champion. So, I mean, that is, you know, back-to-back in World Championship Finals, so that's pretty exciting. So, you know, can Shaman come back and win another World Championship? That's the real question. Will Shaman EX be a champion again? That's what we really care about, but this year Worlds is very interesting. This is the first year at Worlds we got a prize cam. We can see that Cody is playing a Talonflame deck with the Burst of Balloons. Talonflame, if you can start this Pokemon, you know, if it's in your hand. And Air Blitz does 40, search deck for 2 cards and put them in your hand. And he's playing that Greninja. That is the main point of the deck, using Greninja. Now on to Shintaro's side. Let's see, he prized 2. Oh my goodness, he prized 2 Mega Audino EX. That is insane. Where he probably only has like 3 in the deck, right? He does get a mulligan, so Cody did mulligan here. But here we go, Cody versus Shintaro. I think it's the first time we've commentated over a Japanese game since we started this whole series. But on to Shintaro's turn, let's see, what does he find? He's got Trainer's Mail. Ooh, Trainer's Mail. Once again, it won the 2014 World Championship. It could win 2015. But gonna look at top 4 cards of his deck, put 1 trainer card into his hand, and shuffle the other 4 cards back. So we see him grabbing the Ultra Ball. Ultra Ball's going to let him discard 2 cards out of his hand. And search deck for 82 Pokemon. So let's see what 2 Pokemon he wants to get. So he discards his Rosic and a Lysander, or Boss Sword as people call it nowadays. But his Rosic's pretty interesting. Unless you discard a Special Energy or a Tool card, right? A Special Energy Tool card? Or maybe it's just Tool card. I can't remember. It's one of the, I think it's both. It doesn't go to the Lost Zone, right? That's not... Zerosic's not the Lost Zone. That's Faba. So Hoopa comes down. Now, Hoopa's a very cool card. It has the ability Scoundrel Ring that lets search for 3 Pokemon EX, except for Hoopa EX. And this includes Mega Pokemon EX. This is a new mechanic that we've seen pretty much just this year for the majority of the part. Mega Pokemon can just evolve, but if you evolve your Pokemon to a Mega Pokemon, your turn ends, unless a Spirit Link gets attached. So Spirit Links are very important in this matchup here. But Shintaro getting 3 Audinos. We see a Magearna come down. And Magearna says, like, hey, if there's a Metal Energy attached to a Pokemon, it can't be affected by any effects of attacks. I think that's what it says. And there we go. Turn 1, you can still use supporter cards. So we're going to discard the hand, draw 7 new cards. Trying to find an energy, which is not too bad if you don't find an energy. In the Mega decks, you have a card called Mega Turbo that lets you search discard pile for energy and attach to one of your Mega Pokemon. So if he whiffs his energy, he can always, like, you know, grab a basic energy and attach to one of his Mega Pokemon. But he does find the Metal Energy, and we're probably going to see a pass onto Cody's turn. Now, Cody does have a Froakie, but what he really wanted to start was that Talonflame. Talonflame has that Aero Blitz, search it for 82 cards and put them into your hand, but unfortunately did not find that card. But Cody... Gonna look through the deck, probably gonna try to look for Froakie, and what he really wants to do is get a Frogadier for turn 2. Frogadier has the attack of Water Duplicates. You can search for up to 3 Frogadiers and put them on your bench, and so that way you can kind of evolve all your Frogadiers into Greninjas, and that's how the deck kind of works. You kind of spam the Frogadiers turn 2, and then you just start going crazy. But you know, unfortunately, we do not see that. We do see a bubble. Flip a coin, if heads, it's paralyzed, but it doesn't matter because Magearna is in play. It would have got rid of that effect, so that's very important to note. We do see Shintaro does have another Spirit Link, so he could evolve, put it on the second regular Audino to go into Mega without ending his turn. We see that Shintaro using Trainers Mail. Look at top 4 cards of his deck, and I don't know what card that is. There's a tweet. It's a tweet from Twitter. Grabbing a VS Seeker, okay? Okay, so we see Ultra Ball, so he can grab, you know, the Mega Audino if he wants to. He's got Absol, got Lysander being discarded. Now, the Absol's pretty cool. It lets you move damage counters from your opponent's side of the field to another 3 damage counters. I'm pretty sure is what it is. But I don't think that's going to come into play right now. We just see it being discarded. And imagine we do see the Mega Audino with the Magical Symphony coming out, which is pretty strong here. Can do 110 and 50 to a bench Froakie. It doesn't take a knockout, so he can't win next turn, but he's got to find a double color synergy to take a knockout. We see 3 Spirit Links come down into play. And we're going to see VS Seeker, 4 Sycamore. Hey, VS Seeker could win another World Championship. It could. We see Hex, and there's a DCE, so he can go for the Magical Symphony. Is this the first year that we see this, like, weird side cam hand stuff? We've been without it for so many years, and now it looks like it's back. I saw the flash going to his hand, where we saw the side hand cam. I don't think we saw that. We haven't seen that in a good minute. Don't do that to me, Pokemon. I'm fine without the side hand cam. The prize cards is cool. So I'm going to take a Sycamore. Alright. And 50 damage to the Froakie is, like, pretty important to talk about, too. Because, you know, when Cody uses his water duplicates, it's going to find multiple Frogadiers. But if Shintaro has a Lysander or Boss Sword, or whatever we'll call it, he can break up a Frogadier and take a double knockout, because that Magical Symphony only does 50 if you played a supporter card, which means Shintaro's pretty much going to play a supporter card every single turn, pretty much for the most part. So let's see if Shintaro does have a Boss Order, Lysander, VS Seeker. He's already discarded 2. And let's see, there's a double colors going to a regular Audino. Even a card like Escape Rope would get the answer, right? Would get the knockout. So that could be something we could see too. It looks like he has Hexmaniac, which I don't think Hexmaniac is that beneficial right now. Hexmaniac says your opponent can't use any abilities during their turn. And yeah, we're going to see it just knockout doing 50 to a bench. Which then Cody is forced to evolve that Frogadier. Okay. Megaphone, and we'll just see a Scoop. So, I don't like that he showed the Megaphone. Megaphone says discard all tool cards from opponent's side of the field. And Shintaro didn't know that Cody played Megaphone. Right? If Shintaro doesn't know that Cody plays Megaphone, he could do a thing where he, like, attaches too many tool cards. But Cody just not having a supporter card. And we're going to go into game number 2. And also, it's been announced that this year, Puka is coming back for the World Championship. It's pretty exciting. Puka going to commentate World Championship. Jay-Witz, unfortunately, is not going to be there. We should petition to have Jay-Witz come back and have a Jay-Witz and Puka commentate World Finals again. I think this is like the 2nd or 3rd year in a row that I've watched the streams, and they have both been on stage. We're going to fast forward just a little bit. Both players are shuffling up here. And here we go. Alrighty. Oh, looks like Cody did mulligan. I imagine Cody does mulligan a lot with his deck. He probably plays, like, you know, maybe 7, 8 basics, maybe. So looks like we found some Pokemon. Since Shintaro put down his prize cards. Parallel City is another interesting card that Shintaro does play. It makes it where your opponent's side of the field could be down to 3. Looks like Shintaro does have a mulligan. And here we go on to game number 2 here. Imagine Cody wants to go first here. And once again, not starting with the Talonflame has to feel so bad. You play this Talonflame, so you can start with it. Imagine you run 4 of those. And I can't imagine you went 4 Froakie. I mean, he might be running 4 Froakie, but imagine it has to be like 3. Right? So, oh well. But we do see Froakie come down. We could see a bubble once again. But I'm pretty sure you can't attack on the first turn in these games. So we see Froakie come down. We see a Water Energy attached to the active. And Bursting Balloon. Sycamore, discard his hand, draw 7 new cards. You know what? I played against Cody in the World Championship too, but I lost to him. So, sad day. Sad day, I lost to Cody. Alright, just pass. But that Burst Balloon was huge. I mean, I don't think Shintaro's going to attack regardless. I don't think it does enough damage. I don't think he even attack. It needs 3 energies. No, it could Drain Slap for 20. But we see just a Sycamore, discard the hand, draw 7 new cards. You know, think about it. I think I did play against Cody. So, good old Zorak deck I played. That's what I played that year. Anyways, Shintaro's turn. He's got the double colorless. No Mellow Energy, but I think that's okay. I don't think Cody plays anything to get rid of special energies. And we'll probably just see a pass. No need to Drain Slap and get punched with a Bursting Balloon. And there's Talonflame just staring at him. Once again, Cody, okay, he has a Splash Energy to the bench Froakie. But But I think I like going splashing on the active, and that's what we see. I like that play a lot. Rough Seas coming down. Once again, Rough Seas, hey, it won last year, could win this year. We see Super Rod get back a combination of 3 Pokemon and energies. It looks like it was Greninja Break and 2 Water energies. Greninja Break, if that card comes up, and when that card comes up, that's going to be an interesting card to talk about, because it's a breaks. We had the Pokemon breaks, and we had Mega Pokemon this year at Nats, or at Worlds. So we see VSico for Sycamore, discarding the hand, discarding a Greninja and a Talonflame with a Ranger. Ranger is a pretty cool thing, gets rid of effects, so like Size of Toe, can't use Quake and Punch, stuff like that. And we see that Cody, unfortunately, does not have a Frogadier. Oh my goodness, no water duplicates on this guy. We do see a burst when it comes down, but oh man. Okay, so he is paralyzed, but if he wakes up, or if he evolves, he wakes up technically, so that gives us a paralyzation. Yeah, we see the Mega Audino in the hand. I think I do see, do I see Metal Energy? Yep, there's a Metal Energy in the hand too. So let's see what Shotaro decides to do here. He could try to find a boss order to bring out the bench Froakie to take a knockout, to negate the bursting balloon damage. That might be something we see here. He's just trying to figure out what combination of cards does he want to do. So we see Ultra Ball discarding a Galvalion and Pokemon Scintillating. 2 cards, not really that useful. We might see the Hoopa come down, and Hoopa could be really big here because it can find you another Mega Pokemon, it can find you a regular Audino, and it can find you Shaman. So we do have the weird hand cam coming back. Okay, we see Shaman, Mega Audino, and a regular Audino come down. Okay. And imagine Shotaro will evolve the bench, put down the Audino, Shaman for a bunch of cards, and try to dig for a boss order. You're going to go with Trainer's Mill first. Usually people go the other way. Oh, and there's the boss order. Let's go. I think he's like contemplating doing autograph via Seeker. Gonna grab the Sycamore. So maybe Shintaro's, maybe he's more adamant of like knocking out the Froakie with the energies on it. Okay, maybe that's what we're gonna see. We see Mega Audino come down, and yeah, that's what we're gonna see here. We're gonna see Shintaro go for the I want to draw more cards play here. There's an AZ. Oh, AZ is really cool because he can pick up one of his damaged Pokemon if that Mega Audino almost gets knocked out. But let's go see a Magical Symphony here. Do 110. That burst one will take damage onto the Mega Audino though, putting 6 damage counters on it. So there we go. Now the Froakie goes back into hand thanks to the Splash Energy. But Cody, once again, does he have a supporter card? Oh my goodness, Cody doesn't have a supporter card. Oh man. So we see a bubble here. Once again, the bubble's going to be irrelevant because my gear doesn't play. So Tails, okay. I think the judge were just telling, is that a heads and they just pointed that out? I think that's what's happening there. But we see VS Seeker for Lysander, bring up the Froakie, and we will see a win. So we have back-to-back years where I think this one was, so 1, 2, 3 turns. So I think this was 6 or 5 turns. But we had back-to-back years where a world champion was crowned in less than 10 turns. That's insane. That is insane. Now, unfortunately, Cody drew super unfortunately, right? Didn't start Talonflame, didn't find supporter cards. It is not the finals you want to see, but it does happen, unfortunately. At least with the Mies versus Jacob game, like, Mies did, like, hypothetically find cards. He just, like, Jacob just, like, drew, like a beast. But yeah, there we go. There is the Pokemon World Championship 2015. A very short one, but it does happen. I think it's the last time we see a very quick World Champion. But there we go, guys. If you have any suggestions or comments, leave them down below. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Alrighty. Bye.